Thank you for tuning in to Critical Hits Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Wright. To my left is Mad Max. Mad Max, please.
Yep, what's up, everybody? Nice to be here. Glad to be here with my buddies.
And to my right is our good boy Seeker.
Hello, I exist. We'll see how corporeal I am in about 30 minutes.
What does that mean?
Damn it, Eli.
That's for
what
me
does
to know
that
and you to
mean?
find out.
Alrighty. The important thing is we are a very simple crew, and all we like to do is make critical hit points about specific genres of media we enjoy. Let's leave it vague like that, shall we?
Yeah, let's keep it very vague. All right.
Alrighty. And I guess we should start off with talking about that new Hytale game. You guys need to look at that yet?
I have not. You guys are
should
probably
right
have to...
now go look up
Okay.
Hytale so you can have
I
a
will.
little bit of an idea of what I'm talking about. You know about this
Okay,
one,
okay.
Seeker, or no?
I've heard of it. I'm
Are you
doing
kidding
a
me?
dog shit time of spelling
This is
anything currently.
Minecraft.
It's
This
not,
is pretty
though.
much
So,
Minecraft.
The idea for Hytale, the problem with Minecraft, right, that people have
Yeah.
is if you're
Okay.
trying to mod Minecraft, you have to basically
Uh-huh.
go down specific versions or up specific versions. What
Okay,
Hytale does, Hytale has made it so each server is its own game, and any mods you do to it do not affect anyone's base game.
Okay.
So it basically allows nearly infinite modding without having to worry about compatibility, which is a big draw about Hytale. People have described
Jesus.
it to me personally as Terraria meets Minecraft, which sounds amazing to me. Max, you should look up some of the combat videos specifically. There's like dual daggers you can use, and you can swing,
Yeah.
and then do like an upwards lunge. It's kind of sick.
I'm gonna check this out. I am really gonna dive in depth in this. I mean,
Like-
it does give me the whole Minecraft feel, but at the same time, I love fantasy.
Yeah, it's a simple little game. It is very Minecraft inspired. That much is very obvious. But I've been
Yeah.
keeping up with it for a while, and I'm happy to see that it's finally at least somewhat out, for the lack of a better term here.
Gotcha.
One of the things I will critique about it is this took so many years, but it doesn't feel like it should have taken that long. And for those who don't know, Hytale has had let's call it a troubled production. Let's put it that way.
Okay, do explain.
So they were making this game. They were doing a beta, I believe. Don't quote me on that exactly. They were doing a beta, and they got bought out by another company. And Hytale kind of just disappeared from the web. It was like, is this still around? Is this still being made? There was a lot of, from what I've heard, fighting between the old team that was working on Hytale and the new owners, or the new management, I should say. And it just made this game take a little bit longer than it probably should have. I think people have described this as, if this came out 4 years ago, this shit would go so hard. And it would. Like,
Jesus.
Yeah. What's up, Seeker?
I was gonna say, from my understanding, if I remember correctly, Hytale started off as a spite project for Minecraft.
Yes, this was a spite project.
Oh, it was. So it was a competitor that was literally trying to stick it to Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yes.
Specifically
so
when Microsoft
what
took
I
over, if I remember
remember
correctly.
It wasn't just Microsoft. So the reason why this whole beef started, which created the Hytale project, and then later on the actual game being
it's
fully
Hypixel,
published
right?
here, is because the server Hypixel and even when it was owned by Notch and before it was owned by Mojang and Microsoft now, Hypixel has always had I wouldn't say moderation, but a monetization issue with whoever the current owner was, even back then. Now, I know that they're currently undergoing some legal discussions, I believe, with Mojang currently. Again, Mojang recently sent them a cease and desist for supporting or for not moderating their server I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the term here. The term that they used was like child safety. So Mojang pushed out a new terms and service, and about like, oh, you can't talk about X and Y things on our game.
I remember that.
And Hypixel is currently being targeted with
censoring.
those new terms and service to try to take down the server. I think is their ultimate goal is Mojang's.
So it wasn't exactly like censorship, Max. It was more so dealing with a discussion of internet safety, which is a discussion for another time. I can go into that for a while here. And that's an entirely different discussion. But Minecraft, especially because of, let's just say, certain celebrities, let's put it that way, unfortunately have given it a bit of a negative, not per se perspective, outlook, I should say, for now. And that caused problems with certain people. And since Microsoft is a huge company, does not want to be associated with such concepts, they decided to make some changes that were required for the future of their game. Very corporate talky of me, but that is something they had to do a couple years ago.
Yeah. Did this have to do anything like partially due to the movie or anything? I mean,
no,
again, like, okay.
Oh, this whole train wreck of a situation started, I want to say, in 2016?
2015. Early access.
Oh, the server started up in 2015. I believe that the...
Was 9 years ago?
Or no. You're right. Yeah, Hypixel development started in 2015.
Funny enough, I forgot about this. It was Riot Games bought them in 2020. So after 5 years of development, Riot Games buys them, gets canned in 2025, and then later that year in November, the original creator of Hypixel, i.e. the original creator of Hytale, had repurchased all of the assets again, and then boom, now we have the game this year. Less than over a week ago now, actually. Again, it's actually really cool. It gives you the ability to make your own mods in-game rather easily. It doesn't take the amount of knowledge that it would take to, let's say, mod Java.
Jesus.
Yeah. Anyways, that's Hytale.
I mean, I'm watching it right now. It doesn't seem bad, but like for me,
it's definitely not your kind of game.
Yeah, it's Minecraft. Like you can't. I mean, actually, like if you guys were like Max, if we come in here, we'll do a quest together. I'd do a quest with you guys because this, at least for me, compared to Minecraft, isn't just going around being Bob the Builder and you know just because I do that in real life, dude. Like I don't want the last fucking thing I want to do is build shit in a game. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I will build shit in the game, but like I don't want to. You know, I already build it in real life.
It's so funny you say that because look, it's related to our conversations about video games and media. But TCG Card Simulator, okay, Card Shop Simulator, I play the hell out of that game, and I work at a card shop.
I know,
but it's great. So good.
Hey, you even played Tabletop Simulator, and you work at a.
That one's a bit different. Tabletop
Sim. Is it?
So Tabletop Sim is more so playing board games with your friends or card games via different various workshop add-ons, English. But
true.
TCG Card Shop Simulator is literally just my retail job. Like it's literally what I do every fucking day.
Little glitch in the eye there, just a little twitch.
A little twitch, yeah, exactly. My hands up in the air, like eye twitching.
Yeah, hey, you know what? If this comes out, I mean, I'm assuming it's out already,
it's early
right?
Release, right? It's early access.
Oh, early read. Okay, when it gets into when we can actually play after early release, let me know. I'll be down to play. I'll check it out. I will check it out.
I will likely be waiting for Hytale to come to the platform of Steam before I try to touch it.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
They don't know. I don't think they know when it's gonna go on Steam, but I am happy to hear that Hytale is around. I think Mojang and Microsoft have got complacent, and hopefully this might be something that scares them a little bit, makes them want to have to do something drastic.
Okay.
It probably
That'd be cool.
Won't,
Wake them
but
up
it'd be nice. Hey, you know what? It ain't no Cube World, okay?
Yeah. All right.
It ain't no Cube World.
Damn, that was such a good concept. Too bad it had no follow through.
Yeah. They ain't no Cube World.
Yep.
So something
I will say about Hypixel before I move on is
absolutely.
currently at least there's a lot of progressional milestones of like here's this new type of crafting bench that doesn't really have a purpose yet.
Well, yeah,
Just it's a little
preferably
empty
in
right
the
now.
future, it will have such a purpose.
So hopefully by the time it gets to Steam, it gets filled out a bit more and there's a lot more going on in it.
Oh,
Also, I am
yeah.
somebody in our friend group. I like the mechanical things. I like to be the one that builds the stupid Minecraft machines that's like this makes endless sugarcane.
Look, it's okay. You can say it. You're our redstone engineer. You can say that.
I
That's
like being
fine.
the redstone engineer. I haven't
Yeah.
seen any like redstone stuff in Hytale, which is a little sad, but
Oh, so okay. So maybe it's gonna fit into Mad Max's demographic of just like what you're
Dungeon
just
fighter.
crafting really dungeon fighter war kind of like I know a lot of people are gonna hate me saying this, but I don't care. But like Warcraft gives you like that Warcraft vibe, you know.
You mean World of
Um,
Warcraft?
yeah, thank you, World of Warcraft, World of
You haven't
Warcraft vibe.
played
Just
WoW.
yes, I have played well.
Mm,
Guys, I'm
mm,
33 to your 25s or whatever. I have played Warcraft, World of
mm,
Warcraft.
All right, whatever you
Now,
say.
did I? Hey, hold on. Did I
I'm
get
gonna
to level whatever bullshit that everyone else gets to high max level? No, because I
You know what?
honestly, everyone's gonna hate me for saying this, but I just did not see it. Maybe it's because I didn't play with anyone. Like for me, playing by myself, it was just at the time I was more into shooter
Multiplayer
games.
games. Yeah,
You
I
know?
gotcha.
Yeah.
What were we
Yep.
gonna say,
Yep. But
Seeker?
like,
oh Max, I'm gonna date you here.
Uh-oh.
My dad was at Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, get.
uh,
Oh my gosh. You know what? This seems like a perfect segue to our next topic of conversation of World of Warcraft, the new Midnight expansion coming out.
ooh.
So,
Okay.
WoW is having I think it's a three-part arc for their new expansion block. And I unfortunately don't keep up with WoW. It's not really my thing. I play Final Fantasy 14. Did you know the hit game Final Fantasy 14 free trial? Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But this expansion
Man, I
for
just got
WoW,
plugged.
yes, you get plugged. I love, dude. It's a meme. I gotta stick to the bit. That said, the World of Warcraft art style, I want to mention that for a moment because they're about to introduce housing. Now, I play again Final Fantasy 14. I've had housing for a while, but it looks really good. In fact, let me post this link to you guys about
Okay.
the next expansion. Take a look at this. Go down to where it talks about the housing. Where is it here? Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Introducing the housing.
So
Okay.
yeah, so there's the reimagined zones, which looks beautiful. I would love to see some updated zones, especially for either Void Storm or the Eversong Woods. Those Eversong Woods, oh, beautiful. But going into the housing in particular, like you could go to the Welcome to the Neighborhood, which is the first one. The house looks really good. The neighborhoods look really good. The inside decorations, again, WoW has a very specific cartoonish art style that I
Yeah.
really enjoy. It looks fantastic. Problem is, I
I'm,
know Blizzard, and I
I'm
don't trust you. I don't trust you, Blizzard. You fooled me once. But the last one, quickly, the room layouts. You have a staircase going up to a second floor with a magical crystal illuminating that area. It looks so good.
It does look good. I
that
mean,
that last room reminds me of the interior to Dungeon Defenders.
Yeah,
It looks
Dungeon
like
Defenders, exactly.
The bar in Dungeon Defenders.
In
oh
terms of
shit. I mean,
gameplay, I heard. Sorry, what's up? What's up, Matt? Mad
no,
Max?
no, no. I was just saying it does look good. It literally, I mean, since the last time I played, I mean, of course, it's been years, but I mean, God, it makes me want to play it again. Honestly, I mean, I'm over by the fire in the wood right here, and I just want to get a little roasty toasty.
No roasty toasting. I think it's funny. One thing I will note, because again, those who play Final Fantasy 14, we know about the plot lotteries. So if you want to get a house in Final Fantasy 14, other than an apartment, which there's pretty much always space for apartments, your own house has a plot. Now, if you want to get that land, you have to put it into a lottery. You have to also have an initial investment for that lottery. So, for example, on the server I was on, There is a tier 3 plot, so it's the biggest plot you can get. It was a lottery of 40 people, which is honestly quite small, but the investment they have to put in was 30 million gil just to like get a chance to maybe get picked for it. It was awful. And
wow.
if
Okay.
what they say is true, in Final Fantasy 14, if you don't log on for I believe once every 2 weeks, your house will get demolished and then it'll get up the lottery again. If what WoW says is true, that there is no lottery, there is no upkeep time, this is really cool. It's kind of gonna have that you guys played Minecraft, at least you did, Seeker, where you like log off a world for a couple of years and you come back and like nothing's changed. It's your old house, everything's still the same, right? If WoW
Everything's still there.
if WoW still sticks to this concept, I feel like a large draw for the future WoW will be I haven't played in 6 months. No, let me resub real quick and going back to the handcrafted house you built with every painstaking decoration, all the different layouts. Again, presuming you're able to customize it at that level. It says you can. We don't know. I haven't seen no gameplay for this yet. That said, gameplay. The new Demon Hunter. Now, I'm not sure if you guys don't play a whole lot of WoW, but I did. So, Demon Hunter is like this prestige, like elite class. You have to get a certain in-game level before you're even allowed to play. And in it, there's only
Okay.
2 subclasses for Demon Hunter. I think there might have been 3 now. But now there's going to be a 4th one, which will be the Devoured Demon Hunter, where you're like all I can really show you is a single screenshot of this man just shooting a beam out of his face. It looks so good. The armor looks sick. The wings look amazing because normally a demon hunter has fell wings, which are going to be these big green ones. Let me see if I can pull them up real quick.
Okay.
Of course, you look up Demon Hunter, all you get is K-pop Demon Hunter. Thank you. I appreciate that. Demon Hunter, wow. Have you ever played WoW, Seeker?
I did. I tried it once, but it wasn't. I realized it wasn't kind of for me because I like someone like, I like games kind of like Albion Online,
A bit
where
more like players affecting everything sort of economy, or what aspect of that did
yes.
you like?
I also one particular thing I liked was my buddy bought an island.
Okay.
An island is like a guild. It's a guild base, right? But you actually have to upgrade it, and you have to put your own resources into making it a good guild base. And the advantage is if you're a guild member and you want to do like crafting, like you want to be a blacksmith,
I'm familiar with
doing
how
it
Albion
in your
plays like that.
guild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you do it within your guild, it's significantly cheaper, and get a higher profit margin for doing that. So my buddy, he bought the island, and I just spent a ton of time building it up, upgrading it, you know, producing good workers that are going to produce extra resources for us. That's kind of the thing I liked about it.
You
Was
liked it team-based. Yeah.
It was a little team-based, but also like I was building up the island, and I could see like
The
physical
actual
improvements
progress.
from the things I was building.
Well, that does make sense why you like Foxhole so much.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the Legend of Foxhole in here.
We'll get to
now.
that another time. With that said, Max, you unfortunately weren't able to play, but I did manage to force Seeker here to play Far Far West. Oh my god, that
no,
game.
I was not able to dab.
Now, I played it before in the previous playtest, before this recent one. Seeker, it was your first time. What are your takes on that game?
It feels, and I don't mean this in a bad way, it feels like a Helldivers clone with more mechanics.
Okay.
They took the Helldivers element of you dropping into a randomized map with randomized secondaries and randomized primaries and this big old circle that you got to go do. But they added on extra mechanics that in my opinion, I think it makes it more fun. It's a little bit of a roguelike. You can find power-ups and abilities in the map that aren't just one-offs, just like Helldivers, like, oh, I found an extra gun. No, it's an ability that's going to stay with you for as long as you're fighting in that map. It has the casting system, which means
Shadow
you
Wizard
can
money
really
game.
customize how you want to play. Do you want to be a support caster that is using like electricity spells to get your, to teleport your team around the map to get to your objectives quicker? Do you want to play a support healer that's healing your teammates? Do you
Don't
want to
fear.
do different types of DPS where you're just nuking something by calling down a lightning storm and then vomiting it all over it?
As the vomiting acid, I presume you're referring to?
Yes.
So I guess for Max, because you didn't get to play Far Far West, Far Far West is this weird sort of roguelike style, extraction style kind of game where you play as these robot cowboys dealing with these necromancers and evil demonic skeletons, right?
Yeah, it's like Space Cowboys a
Kind
little
of like
bit.
Space Cowboys, yeah.
Yeah. I'm watching it right now. Honestly, it looks
I wish you could have
very
joined us. I
entertaining.
tried.
Dude, there was so
I know, life happens,
life,
man.
life.
So I wanted to add on a little
Yeah.
bit more. So the support caster stuff, I played Voodoo because Voodoo is like the weird one. So when you had your magic and your spells, you could chain spells together. So he calls a giant firestorm and he throws acid into it. Now it's a fire tornado and it's super cool. There's damage everywhere. You can kill your own teammates with it. It's fantastic. I preferred to play
Dude.
Voodoo because it was
Okay.
like, oh, hey, I have a new player like our buddy Spencer, or our buddy Colin, or Seeker, or you. And I play this voodoo character because if you don't know how to survive in a fight, I can just go, foop, 50 HP heal.
Yeah, you're the healer.
It was so
Yeah.
nice. And like the later levels of voodoo, you can throw out a doll, and things that are around it take more damage, which
Oh
I thought
crap.
was super sick. It wasn't particularly useful because other than the super high level stuff, most things died relatively easily, which is like the one complaint I did have about Far Far West. Is I kind of felt like unless you were on very hard, every enemy kind of died in 4 to 5 shots, which made the damage
Yeah.
vamping of Voodoo not as important as it could have been. Now versus bosses, it's pretty good. But if the boss can fly or is the saloon, which is one of the bosses, like a giant saloon that's haunted, you can't really use your ability on them.
Okay.
It was all right.
So
I was a bit sad about that part, but other than that, the guns were fun, the characters were fun. Each map had secret music discs, and
mhm.
oh gosh, they were gravestones, I believe. And if you found all of them, you got a reward. The music disc obviously would result in you having lobby music you could change to be based on certain tracks. Oh yeah, the
and it, it
music in this game. Oh my god. I
and it
gotta
it
I gotta
looked
send you a
like you
song.
it looked like you like the premise of it is that you're trying to nuke something or something. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the premise of it.
So
So
again,
it's like it's like an extraction game, correct? A little bit?
kind of the nuking element of it that you're referring to,
Yeah.
it's specifically for when you are doing a specific mission. Not oh shit, that's loud. Not
Oh, there's
every
specific okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
so
I get
essentially,
you.
remember how he was saying randomized primaries? By the way, you should listen to that. That I never heard a harmonica drop before, but now I want to hear it in every song. So specifically, in Far Far West, you had the option of multiple different contracts. Within those contracts are different bosses, but within that is also a different way to unlock them. So one of them will
Okay.
be, oh, go charge this drill. And when you charge this drill, the drill is going to fly underground and get to the location where it's going to break the evil boss free. Another one
Okay.
might be, oh,
Yeah.
grab a bunch of TNT, throw it in a missile, and you're going to nuke a area that's going to have the boss somewhere trapped inside that you're going to be freeing to kill it. That is like
Okay.
the
Cool.
randomized primary, so it kept the game fresh.
Oh, okay. And then, yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I mean, it looks like it's action packed. I mean, I don't know where this huge wave of cartoon games
It's
came
kind of
from
coming
all,
from,
all of a
yeah.
sudden.
It's
Yeah, I
not
know
bad. I
it's.
don't mind it.
I don't mind any. It reminds me of Sea of Thieves. I mean, before Sea of Thieves became a bunch of Sea of Thieves, and you people out there know who I'm talking about.
Oh, well, Sea of
You
Thieves is a whole
freaking,
different problem with all
you
the different
grimy
cheating and hackers.
son of a
Biscuit?
guns. Anyways, but yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I will definitely play this when it comes out.
Yeah, it's sick. Like
Yeah,
it
it's
was an
pretty cool.
alpha, and it doesn't feel like an alpha. There's very little bugs for the most part. There's definitely some refinement they're gonna hopefully do, specifically with some of the movement. Other than that, I'm happy with it. It's really good.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty, so I guess we should
Definitely one to put on the
Yeah,
wish list.
I'm excited for it. I hope it comes back soon.
same. Hopefully
It's
I like
going
the
on the
funny
wish
cowboy
again,
game.
list.
they're gonna develop that game for another 2 years, so expect for us to keep talking about it because it's such a fun little game. Hopefully they'll shorten that down to a year and a half because it really does feel almost complete already. All right, the next thing is going to be God damn it. Okay guys, what the hell is going on with Warhammer?
So we
So,
have
yep, go
Total
ahead.
War Warhammer 40K
Okay.
coming out here with 4 starting factions.
Only
Unfortunately, 2 of them are
4?
Imperial.
Yeah.
Okay, so back up. I've never played a Total War game in my life. What is a
You
Total
never
War?
So Total
go
War
ahead, Eli.
is an army game. It is a
Okay.
game where you're commanding divisions of troops, right?
Legions. Yeah.
If
Okay.
your unit, right, is going to be, here is a archer division, not just a handful of guys, but like
Like
you're talking
40
like
dudes. Okay, I kind of see
Hundreds.
now what you're
No,
talking
not
about.
hundreds.
even 40.
It
You're
could be
roughly,
hundreds.
yeah, some divisions are less, like if they're elite troops, they'll typically be like
Yeah.
40 to 80,
Yep.
somewhere in that range. And of course, you have the really big things like monsters and monstrosities, or tanks if you're playing the Empire, that are kind of one of one things. But for the most part, like your base units are going to be 100 plus. It's a lot of dudes, and you're kind of just you're you're fighting a medieval battle.
Okay, I follow.
Um, if you've ever watched any breakdown of any historical battle about flanking and using cavalry and any of
Yeah.
that, that
We're
is
history
all
buffs.
things that you are doing in
Yeah,
Total
that's
War.
Total
Oh,
War. Yeah,
that's
that's Total
really
War.
cool. That's actually kind of sick.
It's
So like,
they're really cool games, and they did a fantastic job with the Warhammer Fantasy games,
Yeah, they did.
I've
putting
heard
those in Total War.
otherwise, but I'll take your word for it. You actually played
Well,
it.
so hold on. Yeah, and you got to take his word because honestly, dude, I heard the second and Seeker can correct me if I'm wrong here, but the first and second one were kind of and then everyone loved the third one. Now, I haven't played the third one yet. I want to. I don't know why I haven't. Maybe now the reason why I want to play it now is because I'm in AOS. That's a whole other conversation in itself. But no, the fact that I love I love the fact that I mean, am I hesitant that 40K like how they're gonna lay it out in 40K for Total Warhammer?
I've
Yeah,
seen
because I mean
some images of like
it's
planets rather than like a map.
yeah. Well, and for them, they might be. I mean, like so for Rome, Total War, you would be centered around Europe,
Yeah,
right?
Rome.
You
Yeah,
know,
you're
trying to
in Rome.
conquer. Yeah, and then of course, you have the Napoleon one. You have all the other ones that have their own. So you would think, for 40K, can't just have Terra. I mean, you could do Terra, but like really, it's all about taking over other hive worlds and stretching out to the stars and, the Crusades and everything, right?
Okay.
Well, um, Total Warhammer, I mean, I don't know how they're going to, I mean, I'm really curious how they're going to apply it to Warhammer 40K because, I mean, again, I thought this is where I'm going to go over to Dawn of War. Dawn of War kind of fits 40K better
Wait.
because,
Dawn of War is also coming out?
yeah,
Yes,
Dawn
we
of War
also have
4.
Dawn of War 4,
Wait, why are they
which
releasing two like RTS style games right
That's
after each
that's
other?
why I wanted to talk about it because it doesn't really. I mean, I don't want to say it doesn't make sense,
Well,
but
so
like they've invested so much in Dawn of War,
oh
right?
my
They have
god,
three
this
other
looks
games.
beautiful.
um
Go ahead.
when was the launch date for Dawn of War 4? Because it could be that they've been
We don't
announced
know
at the
yet.
same
We don't
time,
know
but they
yet.
may have.
Dawn of War is coming soon. We do not have a release date, but Total War Warhammer has to be announced. So one is going to come soon, which is Dawn of War 4, and one is going to be announced.
Okay.
Who the hell? So is Creative Assembly the one that makes all of these games, or they only made the Total War one? It looks like they only made the Total War.
Creative Assembly only does Total War. I believe currently the current studio. Oh, it's developers King Art. That's interesting. Because it used to be Dawn of War used to all be Relic.
All right, okay,
But it
so
looks like they
let's back
passed
up
it
a
on
little
to
bit
King
though.
Art.
Back up a little bit real quickly, because you were mentioning the gameplay seeker about it being big armies fighting each other. Okay, how
Yeah.
does that
Yes.
work? So like, do I have? I'm noticing there's a map, right? So I'm assuming if I'm playing, we'll just use Warhammer or Total War for fantasy as a better example. Do I have like a kingdom to build units
Yes.
with, or how
Yes.
does any of that
Yes.
work? This is all new to me.
So you have a city. Typically, starting off, you'll have one major city, and usually you'll have like one minor city that just kind of produces some income on the side.
Okay.
You can't really train troops from it or anything. Um, but then, as you take a territory, typically a territory will consist of one major city, two minor cities. And when you fully take a territory, you'll get some resource bonuses, and you'll get some kind of gameplay bonuses. I think also some stability bonuses too, because you also have to worry about your empire being stable. Because this Total War has a lot of different faction mechanics
Yeah. A
that
lot of
kind of can
different.
layer onto each other from different factions. Um, like
So like each
Zeech, for
region, so
instance.
each sorry, okay, so each region has a like conquer bonus on top of the normal resources you'd get from having the things within that region. Is that what I'm understanding? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And something to note, you only have a limited amount of build slots for
Yeah. Yeah.
building
Yeah.
different
I
types
I
of
figured
barracks and
I
stuff.
figured that'd be part of why you need to constantly be expanding, anyways. So
Yeah.
we're taking this concept, we're now going to take it galactically rather than on one planet in terms of fantasy for Total War, and now we're going to do it in 40K. Okay, so Space Marines, Orcs, what else? I only see those two.
Imperial
Dude.
Guard.
Oh, they're gonna do
Welcome to the
guard.
guard,
That was
son!
confirmed.
Oh, that is... let's
Surprisingly,
go!
I did not think that Guard would be their own faction on launch. I thought they were going to be a DLC
Me
faction because
either.
something that is very common in Total War is there is lots of minor factions, but typically how Total War is monetized is they have the main cast of factions that they release with, and then they do DLC expansions
Yep.
for different each race that will usually have like one or two or
Wait, is there...
three, or I would say 3 to 4 like sub kingdoms that you
Okay,
play as.
so like you'd
Yeah.
have
Because
the
how also something
Imperium...
how Total War.
Go ahead.
Yes. So something else to mention about Total War is you select a faction and then you select a leader from
For
that
the
faction, and
faction.
that is your
Yeah.
own sub kingdom.
Okay, so it's like you have the Imperium, and then you have the, okay, I'm playing the Guardsmen, I'm playing the Sisters, I'm playing the Admech, I'm playing the Marines of the Imperium.
Yes. So we
Okay,
don't know
okay.
exactly how that will work in Total
Yeah.
War Warhammer 40K, but in like um, Total War Warhammer 3, uh, you would play as Kislev, and then you would play as the Ice Queen, or you would play
Mhm.
as the
Yep.
Mad Monk.
Yeah. Corn.
Um,
Hey. So hey,
Nobody
and
is bored
let me
enough.
ask. Let me let me ask you this, Seeker. Being a corn guy, do you get to like? So if you play Blades of Corn, do you have Scarbrand?
We don't know.
oh yeah, Scarbrand.
Wait, what? Oh,
In
you mean for
Total War
fantasy? Sorry,
Warhammer.
my bad, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is for
yeah, we're kind
Warhammer
of flip flopping a little bit
three,
here,
three,
Hey,
three,
but
it's all
three.
good.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep track of where we're at.
no,
Yeah.
you're all good. Scarbrand has something called the Murder Economy
Yeah.
because
Huh?
Scarbrand doesn't like to sit and hold territory. Scarbrand is about killing people.
Yeah.
So
Blood
as
for
he
the
kills
blood god.
people, he can use that to then buy and train troops instantly. Um, so Scarbrand just becomes a murder economy where he's just building up, building up, building up. No, Scarbrand still does have things like cultists that can
Okay.
infiltrate cities and things. And
Yeah.
one of the things he can do is there's a cultist ritual that just summons Scarbrand to a territory with his full army and
Oh.
entourage.
Oh
So
my
the
god.
the cultists will just like infiltrate. They set up the ritual and then just, hey, is that Scarbrand? Like, a tile away from my
I am
capital.
rapidly
Not a
approaching
tile.
your
There's no
location.
tiles in Warhammer, but
Yeah.
I am
That's
rapidly
it
freaking
also
approaching.
can be a thing
insane.
where like Zeech can just throw Scarbrand at somebody if Zeech is having a problem.
Oh, so the Chaos Gods can use each other?
Well, probably
Is that what
specifically
you're
yeah.
saying?
right?
Oh,
Well, Zeech mainly is the one that exploits the other
The
Chaos
tricky boy.
Gods.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
But like if you're playing as Slanesh, you can seduce troops over to your side before a battle.
I'm
And you
sorry, you
can
can
even
what?
pay to keep them.
Seduce them. You can literally seduce them. You know, she she just shows herself, and then they go, "Oh my God, it's
Oh
Lanesh."
my god. Oh, something
That
to note is you also don't play as the Chaos Gods directly. Your
okay.
character that you'll be playing as is typically one of the greater demons.
Okay, so like one of the pillars, so to speak.
Scarbrand.
Yeah.
Corn gets to be special. Corn gets to have two. He also gets to have the brass bowl.
Oh, okay, cool. That's nice.
You'll be playing as the Keeper of Fates for Zeech. You'll be playing as one of the Great Unclean Ones for Nurgle. I forget which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
And Slanesh is one of the Keepers of Secrets.
Ah, well, yeah, for sure. That I mean, I've been wanting to play that game for a while. I'm gonna do it. Like, I mean, I probably even play today if I even get a chance. So I don't
All
know.
right, so
We'll
It's
see.
it's a great game.
back to our main
But
conversation here, right?
but
So Total War Warhammer, right? Sci-fi
yeah,
this. So that sounds all like
yeah.
hunky dory,
Yeah.
sounds all cool, but there's no chaos for release?
There's no Chaos for
Who
release. It's two Xenos factions and Imperial.
what is Warhammer without chaos? Am I alone on this?
Well,
I
hey,
agree with you. I think
I
it's kind
agree.
of a misstep to have two Imperial factions and no Chaos faction.
Okay, but I mean, without knowing too much, we can't really say anything too negative about it. But what if hypothetically you could fall to chaos?
That'd be cool. I mean, like
You probably
you
won't,
have
but hypothetically,
Hypothetically, that would be a really cool mechanic to have.
it would.
and then
It'd kind of give you like to choose your path.
you can give into it and like let yourself become a chaos warband. That sounds kind of sick. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I like that idea a lot. Also, is
That
there
would
gonna
be a
be
really
like,
cool idea.
wait, so I understand for big total war game like fantasy, everyone kind of hates each other, right?
Yes.
How is that gonna work with 40K, where the allies and guard are supposed to be allies? Sorry, the Marines and guard are supposed to be allies.
Yeah, the Allies and Guard. To be honest, I don't think it really will. I think they're just going to be kind of fighting each other.
Okay, well, again,
Guys,
that's
I will
hey,
say, I do love
I
this
just
artwork, though, that they have.
it does look
hey,
really good.
listen to this. Not to get off Total War, but we're
Yeah,
still on Warhammer 40K. I just looked
yeah,
up
Dawn of
Dawn of
War.
War 4. Guess
Yeah,
what? Hold on. Space Marines, Adaptus Mechanics, Ancient Necrons, and Orcs. No chaos.
no chaos again.
Yeah,
No
no
Well, okay,
chaos
okay,
chaos.
again
I don't
for.
get it. I
but
don't
it
get it.
is
Chaos is one
now.
of the main antagonists. How can you not have them in the game?
Yeah, that's
So
two
I
games in a
think
row.
I think Dawn of War 4 is a little bit more of an exception to this, um, because something to note about Dawn of War 4 is based on the fact that we have a fully playable Mechanicus and a fully playable Necrons. I believe that we are going to be looking at a Necron and Mechanicus centered
Yeah,
story.
well, they get to remember, Max, Dawn of War games are not like, it's not, this is the Warhammer universe and everyone's fighting each other. Dawn of War typically is a very specific story being told. So Dark Crusader, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly, Dark Crusade was the Guardsman and the Necron story, if I remember correctly.
Oh no, Dark Crusade was let me find Dark Crusade here.
I have it on my
Um,
Dark
so
Crusade.
Winter Army was the Guardsman one,
Oh,
but
you're
Dark
right.
Crusade was the Necrons and I think the Tau.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Necrons and Tau.
Yeah, so like
Well,
they
and I'm
have very specific stories they're trying to tell. And yes, there were other
yeah.
factions in those stories, but specifically the big two is in this case
Blood
Tau and
Ravens.
Necrons. And in the case of Dawn of
Okay.
War, Dark Crusade. And then
Yeah.
Winter's
Okay.
War, which is another one.
Not Winter Army. That's a Foxhole update.
Winter Assault.
Yeah, Winter
And Winter
Assault.
Assault, I know it was definitely Guard. I played the hell out of Guard. And
It's
Eldar.
Guard versus Chaos.
So Guard and Eldar working together to stop orcs and chaos. Like,
Something to note, this was the only DLC that just included one faction and was just Guard. Eldar was a base game faction.
we should also clarify, the Winter Assault and Dark Crusade are DLC expansions.
Okay.
But they all have their individual story they're trying to tell. So Dawn of War 4 not having chaos is a bit more understandable because it's meant to be telling a story between these four factions. Compared
Yeah.
to Total War, which is supposed to be a grandiose scale game of everybody fighting each other.
Well, it is. Well, I mean, I know Dawn of War is more like Command and I don't want to bring up another game because people are just gonna.
That's the whole point of this.
Yeah. Well, a Command and not Command and What's the old Command and Conquer?
Yeah,
Command.
It is Command and Conquer. What are you talking about?
I think it is Command and Conquer. Dawn of War. So that's very similar. That's where everyone got the. I mean, that's where I'm going to say Dawn of War came from. Was really, if it wasn't for Command and Conquer, we wouldn't have Dawn of War. So like for me, I mean, you're talking about two different games, right? You have Total War, mass legions of well, in this case, Astartes or Adeptus Mechanicus or whatever, Imperial Guard going across the galaxy versus Dawn of War, which is more like Command and Conquer, which is like you have a base, you build off of the base. It's more skirmish battle, and it's still good, but like I don't know. I mean, I'm not talking crap about. I think I'm really excited for it to come out, but again, it's just like the very first one they had Blood Ravens, right? The very first one was Blood Ravens or whatever, and they're still. And I get it; they're staying with kind of the theme of the campaign lore and everything, but I don't know.
Well,
why wouldn't you at this point change it up? Like, why wouldn't you just focus around the Dark Angels?
So I think that they want to keep the Blood Ravens around because I think they're kind of the poster boys for Dawn of War as a
makes sense. Yep, makes sense.
As a game, like
yep.
Yeah. But also the Blood Ravens. Well, I don't think people are even going to remember the story of 3 because it was bad.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Dawn of War 3.
I want to talk about Dawn of War 3.
Yeah, I will say, so each Dawn of War game has played very differently. Dawn of War 1 was kind of more focused on the squad tactics, just here's a big group of men, right? Just kind of throw them at each other, maybe use a little bit of terrain advantage here and there to maybe get to be an extra in cover or force your enemies to be in a river, which makes them take more damage. But otherwise, very simple shooting parts, and the game was more focused on base building and positioning versus individual units fighting it out.
Okay.
Well, Dawn of War 2 definitely focused a lot more on the micro side, focusing on a lot smaller squads, but those squads being able to benefit from cover. Think Company of Heroes 2.
Think what?
Company of Heroes 2.
A lot more closely
okay.
resembles Company of Heroes 2 and Company of Heroes 1 versus Dawn of War 1. Dawn of War 1 was just, hey, I have a big blob of guys. Well, Dawn of War 2 was, here's a small unit of guys that use cover, that have abilities, that do very specific things.
Yeah.
Dawn of War 3 was a MOBA.
It was a MOBA? What does that mean?
It was a MOBA disguising itself as an RTS. And that's something to note about it was a really cool concept, I would say, but it just had really poor execution because it wanted to focus only on heroes and to have heroes be the big thing. It also suffered from some design choices as well.
Honestly,
if you kind of look back at the time when Dawn of War 3 released, this is when we started seeing Primaris Space Marines get introduced to Warhammer 40k. And the problem was the art team was being drawn into two different directions, where they were supposed to have Old Marines be the base units and everything, but if you look at the proportions of the Marines in games, they kind of seem like they've been stretched and elongated into the Primaris Marines. So they're kind of two very different clashing styles. that people may not consciously recognize, but subconsciously look at and be like, "This isn't an old Marine. This is something else and weird."
Yeah.
So it just meant like looking at Space Marines, you're like, "This looked a little bit weird," and then you would play the game. It's like, well, the only units that are actually doing anything are my 3 hero characters that I brought.
So and that's really it. Everything else is just cannon fodder.
It's funny to me that you mention it being like Company of Heroes, because that describes to me.
That was 2, to clarify.
Yeah, no, but I'm going to go back to that real quickly. That sounds to me like it was actually going. 3 is going more for a Warcraft 3 vibe. You ever played Warcraft?
Yeah, kind of.
The RTS.
It was kind of going for a Warcraft vibe.
You have like that big hero character with special abilities, and it's like that is the focal point of what you're doing, and everything else around it is kind of just like support. And even then, it's debatable if they were really worth it, especially for certain factions.
Hey, and Seeker, didn't they bring back, because they had so many people in Dawn of War 2, even though Dawn of War 2 was good, but didn't they have a lot of people come back and say we loved like the base building and everything? So didn't they try to bring that back in Dawn of War 3? Sorry.
Yeah.
They tried to bring that back in Dawn of War 3, but it just did not work out well at all.
It's because Dawn of War 3 did it a little bit in a weird way. They also had some really bad progression steps. Because in an RTS, typically speaking, you want the counters to the higher end units lower in the tree, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want an anti-tank team at like a tier 2 unit, but I want the tanks to be a tier 3 unit. The problem is Dawn of War 3 had that in reverse, where you would unlock tanks at like tier 2, or at least your most basic tanks at tier 2, but then your dedicated anti-tank teams were like a tier 3 unit. And the base building didn't really make it intuitive to keep building, because there also wasn't any expanding. In Dawn of War 2, you were kind of locked down to your base. Same thing with Dawn of War 3. There was technically base building, but there wasn't actually map control using that base building. I couldn't move forward, put down a new barracks, put down some defensive structures around it, and have a hard point that the enemies would kind of have to clear out to progress onto my main base. Gotcha. There wasn't anything like that in Dawn of War 3. Dawn of War 3 had tower defenses, but it was only put on resource nodes. And something else I should quickly mention, any unit that wasn't a hero would die very quickly. And additionally, you couldn't do things like put them in cover. There wasn't like a company, there wasn't Dawn of War 2 style cover or anything. It was just, hey, here's this unit. There's a point on the map you can stand on that provides cover, but that's it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of. Unfortunately, it looks like the worst of both worlds.
It just tanked. It just went up in flames.
All right. Let's see.
Well, they got a lot of. I mean, they got a lot of making up to do with Dawn of War 4. Hopefully I'm rooting for it, but like I did think it was very interesting that they were going to be releasing these games this year. I mean, of course I'm assuming they're not releasing them at the same time. That's, I would say, not a best business strategy, but I'm not the one to talk, but saying that, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to them. I'm probably more looking forward to the Total War one, because I love the mass deployments of legions. So,
Well, in the conversation of Warhammer, what new models are we excited for? Because I know they're about to do a Night Lords kill team, and I'm kind of nice to see Night Lords coming back into play. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of nice.
We already have
Night Lords kill team. Hold on. Did he just bring up what we're gonna talk about plastic right now?
Yeah, it's still related to Warhammer. What do you mean?
Oh my God. This is GW and plastic. We're just going to say this right off the bat, folks. Effing scam. It is a scam.
Sure.
What'd
you guys just get into not even 2 days ago?
Yeah, hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I was forced
I was coerced.
I was coerced. Your Honor, I was forced to do it.
I was forced, but no, I mean,
I can't, bro. That was too good. I can't, man.
Oh God.
Hold up here, but I'm pretty sure. Would you say Secret about Night Lords?
They already do have a kill team, but it looks like they
No, it's a big box.
like I see what you're saying about the big box, and they also previously just had a big box too of Night Lords and Dark Eldar.
Also, Red Corsairs are coming back, which also look really sick.
Oh no, the
Red Corsair models look phenomenal. Like, unfortunately, I think putting them next to the old Marines was a really bad choice. I'm so sorry. They look so short.
They do. They really do.
They need to figure out what their
post the side by side where you can see the shorty.
Which one's the shorty? Because
hold on, let me clip this real quick.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hold up. I think I found
so
the
you
image.
look at the chaplain.
Yeah,
the chaplain literally looks. Yeah.
Oh my god! I think I found the image you're talking about. Is it the Maelstrom Battle Force box, right?
Yeah, here. I'm gonna post an image of this particular photo here.
Yep, there it is.
No. That one looks fine. I'm talking about this specific thing. Hold on.
You still see the difference between them quite easily, unfortunately.
Hold on, Discord had a derp. Give me 1 second.
I hope. I'm also looking at the Night Lords kill team real quick.
Hey, anyone want to throw in?
So here's the exact image I'm talking about, where it just they're side by side.
Shite.
Oh yeah.
No, they did not.
Okay,
that's on their.
Oh my god,
guys,
I didn't even notice that.
This could just be a positioning error for this model. What we're looking at here exactly? What is this from, Eli? Or Seeker? Bleh, I told you it was gonna happen.
This is from the Warhammer community page.
Warhammer community page. Okay, which one is that? Which link is this?
It's just on the main community page talking about the Corsairs.
Okay, Warhammer community, looking at the Corsairs.
If you go to Warhammer community, Warhammer 40K, futures and featured news.
Oh, hold on.
It's the very top thing.
It's the first one. Yeah, like you. Ooh boy.
Wait a minute. Hold on. This could be the argument, and I hate to be this, but this could be the argument. Primaris, this could be a crosshair that was a Primaris that fell to chaos. The guy behind him is a Mark 1, Mark 2 battle suit. Yeah, which they would be smaller than a Primaris.
The problem is, as much as I would agree with you that could be it,
and I hate to say that, I really
want to agree with you that could be it. Let me find the funny goofy photo of the Grey Knight box.
Oh shit! Nope, don't even have to do it.
So
don't even have to do it. Yeah.
If they're gonna make a mistake like that, I feel like them making a slight size error on an edit is not out of the options here, guys.
Yeah.
Like if they're gonna make.
What are you referring to for the night box?
I posted it. Look at the Grey Knights. Look at the top right corner of the banner, dude. Where's his leg gone?
Oh, him just kind of like his leg, facing out.
Yeah, where's
and
his leg
not being on a proper base.
So like, if they're willing to do that for a product they're going to sell, I feel like them doing an accidental like, oopsies, we misdid the scale, and this guy looks smaller than he should be, because the guys behind them look tall and normal. If you think about that, right?
Yeah.
Like they look to scale still. He just looks freakishly small. Also, his base is phasing into the other one.
Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
Right, his base is phasing into the guy in front of him. So again, this might just be a simple editing issue, the same way the Grey Knight's leg is missing.
I get you.
The point being is, I feel like there are much worse things for us to be complaining about when it comes to Warhammer, and I have plenty of those.
Oh Jesus, we could be on here for days, maybe even months, maybe even years.
Now that said, let us do something a little bit different. We discussed a lot of games, a lot of tabletop, a lot of different video games.
Hold on. I don't want. Wait, we're missing the best of the cream of the resistance.
What are you talking
Custodes.
The new Custodes.
Yeah, how's everyone feel about the new Custodes?
The new custards.
Yeah.
Look,
new custards.
Let us
custards.
throw away the big controversy for a moment. All right,
Okay.
the big controversy.
Call the elephant in the room.
Let's
Call the elephant in the
ignore.
room.
Let's ignore the elephant in the room for a moment. Okay.
I can't.
I
It's
want
in
to
my
point
paper.
out something else about these custodians. Right.
Okay.
So
All right.
new custodian. I want to find
Yep.
a specific photo. Warhammer 40K. Where is the photo?
Hold on.
Damn it, where is it? Damn it! I thought I had this ready. Shoot! Ah! I thought I had this pulled up.
You beefed it.
I beefed it, Chad. I beefed it. Sorry. New custodians, Warhammer 40K. Where is the release? Where's the reveal? No! I can't find it. Okay, maybe this.
Which one were you looking
GW.
for?
Are you looking for the captain?
It's the video that shows the models. Because if you pay attention, yeah. Oh, perfect. I found it.
Okay.
All right, guys. Without the elephant in the room, what's wrong with this image? For those who don't know, we're looking at a female custodian with the spear with the bolter at the very end of it.
Yeah. No. I trust me.
Do you see it? Do you know what's wrong with it?
I know what's wrong with it.
Dude, where's
No, not the elephant in the room. What's wrong with it?
No, I know. I'm not talking about the elephant in the room, but I'm talking about the lack of a fucking trigger on a ball. How do you make a model and
it's
charge the amount you do? All you have to do is put a little trigger on it. That's
Literally,
it.
you take the same spear and your other custodian kit that has it, and you give it to this one. Why is the trigger gone?
Just how they can't, like, I was just building the models recently, different models, and they literally can't number things right in their book either. So anyways, like when you're building it, they'll say this is 74 and then they'll have another 70. Anyways, that's a whole other conversation, but this is bullshit, dude. I honestly, people were looking so forward to this. I mean, they were looking forward to bigger new custodians, just like everyone's looking forward to new, bigger Grey Knights, right? And they literally tanked it.
Oh, look, man.
Again.
I kind of stopped caring about the 40K lore situation when they made the Terminus decree go do a suicide run against my custodian guard and try to kill me. What are you talking about? What is this?
Let's go back to Civil War all over again. And it's like, let's kill each other because we can't figure out what other to write about because Tyranids aren't invading or Dude, there's so much more they could do if you. I mean, anyways, it's just, but you could see. Look, for me, I see the difference. There must be two different teams, and I think there is. If I remember, there is two different teams for AOS and there is for 40K. AOS, you look at the models, they look like they have pride in whoever designed them or sculpt them. You go to 40K, it looks like it's just a fucking second note. Excuse my language, but it does. It looks like it's just a footnote. I mean, like they don't care. They're just doing it just to put it out there, you know? And anyways, I'm going to stop ranting. I'm sorry.
That's okay. The whole point of this, was it not?
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you think, Seeker? What's your opinion about it? I mean,
honestly, I've been looking at the AOS models. I haven't gotten my hands on any of them yet. At least in person, but a lot of these look phenomenal. I'm specifically looking at the Seraphon, which is the lizard folks.
Colin has those.
And all of them look beautiful. Phenomenal. I might get them.
Well,
Colin,
so Seeker's hopefully Seeker gets the army because the Seraphon are one of the best factions in AOS. I've actually done because of you, Seeker. I've done more in depth on them, and they are absolutely so freaking cool.
So something that's cool about AOS too is every faction has a piece of faction terrain.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Seraphon, they just bring a temple with them. Yeah, they bring something called a Realm Shaper engine, and it looks cool.
It is.
It's just here's our Aztec temple that we are fighting over. it feels thematic for the faction. It feels good for the faction because not only is it like in theme for them, but also it feels like, at least for them, that this is something that they have set up and this is something that they are protecting, like oh my god, I cannot speak today. Vehemently. They are trying to protect this structure against whatever invading forces here.
Yep. They're AOS. Just, I mean, and our buddy, our buddy Lewis. I mean, he just built, what was it? The gore. Oh God, why am I spacing on that army? The Motriarch army.
You
What
mean
the
the
Gore
flesh eater
army?
courts? The flesh eater courts?
The Flesh Eater Courts,
Yep.
dude.
Flesh Eater
Oh
Courts.
The
my
story is so
God,
good.
so good, and the models are beautiful. The detail, like in their cloaks, their shields. I mean, they're flesh eaters. It literally, there's flesh everywhere. It's like you feel like whoever designed it had passion behind it. You go into 40K. It's just like, all right, well, they put some engraving there. I guess they put a little emerald there, and okay.
All right,
Well,
on a quick side note,
guess
I
that's
want to.
really.
And look at
Yeah.
this dude. Look how drippy this
Yeah.
lizard is. And
Oh,
he is not
bro, he's
he's not
vibing.
even like a
Yeah.
main
It's
character.
so
This is
it's
a
so cool.
side guy that you just get one of to lead your side army. He is
Yep.
just this drippy ass lizard that's just, yeah,
What
I'm
is
a
this
side
model?
character.
What is that
I'm not
model?
even. That is the Skink Starseer.
Dude, he's. Hey, look at the stars, Batman, the stars.
The stars, Batman.
Look at, he has an orb to ponder.
Yes, he does. He is pondering the orb as we speak. And then underneath
Bro,
we have
He has an orb to
like,
ponder. He's in a little mobility scooter, just like his dad.
they add so much more detail to the. I feel like the AOS armies than they will ever do to 40K.
on a side note, the Vargulf
I agree.
courtier. I love this little boy.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's got that big smile. He's so happy to see you, have you for dinner.
Dude. All right. Speaking of that, if we're gonna bring him up, bring out more. His matriarch.
He did.
Who is that? Oh, okay.
Go underneath one.
That's just
No,
a
that's not
Swan
him.
Star Master.
Yeah, hold on.
That's like one of the big boys. I'll pull out the big boy. But something I love about this particular model is if you look at the bottom of his chair,
yeah,
right, you can see the vines coming off of it and everything. You can see a flying snake.
In the vines?
Look at the
Oh, there he
vine.
is.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
so
just
cute.
living out there in the jungle.
He's just chilling.
Yeah, dude.
Got those
Just
beautiful
chilling.
bird wings on him. Looks cursed as hell.
But like that's something I love about the AOS model. Like if you look at the frog, look to the left side of the model, you'll see a tiny little
baby toad.
Like a little baby toad. It's probably not one of the Slan.
A lot of personality in this model. I think it's a lot of things that AOS has. A lot of personality. Like the one you just posted, right? There's the two little ghouls, right? Then there's the big dude, who's kind of like his whole aura, his energy is he's almost afraid of you. Like his body language reads like "Don't come near me," and the way he's holding his weapon is like this defensive, like "I don't want you to come near me."
Bro, he like if you go on his model, he has on his right side a big old God. Why am I getting space on it? Not a gauntlet. I don't want to. It's a big old cup. It's
on the right side.
On the right side of him, you won't see it because the model it's kind of tucked in his cloak.
Behind him, right? Oh, yeah, I see little bits of it. Okay.
Yeah, that represents like because their blood is pretty much like a virus. Anyone drink humans drink their blood, they become flesh eaters or something like it, right? The fact that they put that little detail on there, and then you look at the cloak, and it has like all the faces, and and then we go to Seekers here, right? We go to Seekers.
What a beautiful
lizard
model.
dude
What
here.
Is this character?
Just an absolute
this is
beautiful
Lord
model.
Croak, the king of I don't give a shit about what's happening.
I love the Aztec.
Canonically, he had his skull smashed open by a bloodthirster, and he went, "Huh, that was weird. Anyways, I'm just gonna like not die." I cannot strained enough how much of the fabric of reality means fuck all nothing to this frog.
I respect it. I respect it. All
He
right.
has a funny rule in game where you roll 3d6, and as long as you roll under a combined 20, you regenerate back to max health.
That's disgusting. All right, last little topic for right now then. The Fallout show. New episodes out today.
Wow. Yeah. All right.
Here's my prediction as somebody who has not seen it. 2/3 of the episode is going to be Maximus.
Why do you
It has
think
to
that?
be because he. Yeah, go ahead.
Because we need a reason for Maximus to get into New Vegas for the big finale showdown where Lucy, Maximus, and the Ghoul are all fighting something.
They're gonna fight through the Death Claws to get the house or some shit, aren't they?
It's got to be something like that. So the entire this episode that is released today, my prediction is 2/3 of it's going to be focused on Maximus getting to New Vegas, getting a reason to go to House, and then joining up with Lucy and the Ghoul, or at least very nearly to.
No, I'm glad
I agree with that too.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I also have a question, a curiosity thing, right? If our 3 heroes are supposed to meet up to fight a
4.
force,
Include Dogmeat.
I'm not including Dogmeat. I'm sorry. If our 3
My dog.
look.
The Malibu. I love him.
If we're gonna include Dogmeat, then our 4 heroes. My apologies, good sir. If our 4 heroes are supposed to meet up to fight House or a Death Claw, whatever the hell they're gonna be fighting, how are they gonna mend in 3 episodes less than that, the relationship of the Ghoul and Lucy?
I have no idea. Oh yeah,
that's a good point.
I probably shouldn't mention like the major spoiler at the end of the last episode.
Right? Yeah, but like, how are they gonna fix this problem they've given
I don't know how you fix that.
That's
when you're not fixing with flex tape.
Well, yeah, it must be very flex.
Put a little flex tape, put a little radiation, now it'll all be fine, guys.
But I mean,
can't fix that one with flex tape.
That's a lot of damage.
It's for sure going to center around Maximus, and it's going to be a whole whatever the effing episodes go for. What are they, 48, 50 minutes, something like that? It's going to be all about Maximus getting to New Vegas and blah, 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 blah. And we're going to go, honestly, everything Seeker said is exactly what's going to happen. We already know it. You guys have predicted this show and what they're going to do so far pretty spot on. I mean,
I wish the writers for the pre-war scene were the only ones in charge.
Dude, the pre-war was so good. I mean, again, here's that two different writing. Like, why don't you just have the? I mean, I get you gotta keep the shows moving, you gotta keep things going, but at the same time, why have two different writers? You could clearly see the difference in the two writing between pre-war and where we're in the present, in the story. The story for me, the present in the story, and you guys have played, of course, just so everyone knows, these guys have played Fallout a lot more than I have. They know the lore, they know the games like spot on. So saying all that though, it's just really, it's really amazing to see how bad, like, even for someone that's never even really, like, I've dabbled in the games. When I say dabbled, I've gotten into it, probably played like a couple minutes, maybe an hour or something, and that was it, right? Other than that, like, and even all the videos I've seen just to kind of keep up to date with everything, not even close. It's just not even close to the original, to what it should be. They had opportunities to make it a lot better than it was. So, I mean, there's definitely enjoyable about it. I mean, if you're a layman, like if it wasn't for you, like the first season for me was a lot better than the second one, right? It was a lot. I mean, the first season for me, when I first got into it, it felt like, okay, we're going to have this gritty, dark, Fallout wasteland. And then as the show went on, we, saw that it wasn't really progressing that way. And then we get in the second season and it, well, not give any spoilers, well, it fucking sucks. So, and that's just what it is. So,
Alrighty. Well, I think for that, my friends, it is time we call this good.
all right.
It's been fun.
Sounds good. It's been fun.
We'll figure out the outro. We'll work on it. For right now, let's call it good.
We need like an outro tune at some point.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
For the time being, I guess this will work.
Beautiful.
All right. See you guys next time.
See you next time.